Hey everyone, we're here for our third episode on DecimatePvP. Just flying around the base right now. It's Thursday night, and as I'm sure you've heard in other episodes if you watched them, TNT enables Saturday. So I'm just going to give you a quick progress update basically before we get off here, because I'm getting off for the night. And so I finished these trapdoor filters all the way up to, sky limit, obviously, and so I'm going to do another set of them where it's like offset, so this slab will be right here on the next set, so that way there's like no matter which whip block they can on, they have to line up with a trapdoor and get through that. So I'm gonna do that. There's gonna be slab filters right here, and then we've put netherrack in between all these walls. We have, I think, about 100 of these cobble walls. We still have a few chunks left in our buffer that we need to deal with. So we'll have some walls in there, some sand walls, another couple sets of filters as well. And all of these gaps between these sand walls are going to be filters. So these two are going to be filters. This is going to be sand pillars, but you'll see how everything lays out when we start building the base. Tomorrow, I guess, we'll do some watering of these walls and put the roof art up on the cactus farm, so it's a nice flat surface, easier to water. And we've also put the wraps on the cactus farm because most of it's trenched out now. Just this side here needs to be trenched in the corner. I did a little bit earlier, but pretty much trenched out most of this. This is about 15 or 16 chunks of our buffer up to this wall. So we've got a couple chunks past it that we still need to trench. And I don't know if we're going to do it all down the bedrock because TNT does enable Saturday. We have a decent base so far, like 100 walls down to bedrock, and I think 8 sand walls. Yeah, we're gonna do another, I think, 6 or so sand walls past the wall down there. So we have a decent amount of base work left to do, but we can definitely do it because we'll have Saturday morning and Friday, which we'll have a lot of people on because our faction's been kind of inactive. But we do have these walls up, ready to water them, so that's good. So we'll get that up definitely before TNT is enabled, but I want to continue working on the filters in this episode and also doing other base work, so hopefully you enjoy. Most people tend to enjoy the base work looking at the other videos, but yeah, I'll see you in the next clips when we're actually working on the base. So earlier this wasn't done being trenched, but we ended up genning all the walls on it. We still got the extra couple of chunks in our buffer, but I don't know if we're actually going to trench those wraps down to bedrock. But I think this is however many chunks, 3.5, so about 25 wraps on this cactus farm, and we're going to have some sand walls as well at the edge of the buffer, so those will also be covering it. But what we're doing right now, one of my friends in my faction is watering. Just pouring the water all over the netherrack, and I guess he already did that, so he's starting to break it, breaking the netherrack, so the water falls down. I think another's printing sand pillars. Alright, they're trying to kill him or something. I'll leave him alone, let him do that. I haven't made much progress on the trapdoor filters, but I do think someone started printing these filters over here. Which set was it? I can't remember which set they started printing. I think it was this one. I don't know if they actually went very far down. I'm gonna take a peek. Maybe not. Oh, I guess they started from the bottom, so they did a few layers. But obviously we still have to do our filters. TNT enables in I think 16 hours, so we can definitely get at least all this watered. And if we're checking our walls actively, which we will be, you know, on the day TNT enables, we're gonna check our walls. We're gonna be able to stop people from raiding us. And yeah, so someone did start on these filters over here, which is nice. But I don't really have that much else to show you. We're just gonna keep watering everything we've got and gen a couple more, print some more sand walls at the edges. On the other side we already printed the sand wall, but we might extend these sand walls over in front of the cactus farm. I don't know yet. We'll be definitely doing sand walls at the end of the buffer as a checkbox, and then the sand pillars that they were working on are also going to be checkboxes with redstone on them. So that's the plan for right now. We got people printing it. You already saw that though, I'm pretty sure. And then over here, I just wanted to show you the sand wall is done. So we have 3 more sand walls past this. You'll see us doing some more base work. I'll keep on time-lapsing the stuff, speeding it up for you all to see. But hopefully, you know, continue to enjoy. We're making some pretty good progress today, and we're going to continue to work on the base before TNT enables, and hopefully we'll get to raid. TNT is now enabled, guys, so I'm going to be giving you the progress update here because it's been about a week since the server opened. So I guess this is basically the 1 week progress update on our base and basically everything we have. So starting at the main base, I'll go over the defenses first. We got, you know, the base here. It's 5x5 chunks if I lay it out, and then there's another chunk, so it's a 6x6 roof art because there's 8 walls under this last chunk. They're covered by the roof art, kind of to help prevent mid-airing so they don't get in with one shot even if they do mid-air. And then we got these sand walls and trapdoor filters. We've only done 1 layer of them. We're going to do another one right there, but at least we have 1 layer of trapdoor filters out. That's great. This is going to be slab filters. Still need to work on that. Over here is the cactus farm. I'll give you a little quick look at this. Just finished this roof art a minute ago. It looks a lot better on minimap too. That's what I would recommend looking up in the top right corner. You know, over there you can kind of see what it is. Just, you know, a nice looking girl, I guess. So back to the defenses. Basically all the filters are sandwiched by sand walls, and we got these sand pillars right here. They're only done on this one side, but it's 6 sand pillars, so it's basically like 3 sand walls. We're gonna have redstone going over them as a checkbox, but that's that. And then we got a set of these obby triple filters. We're gonna have another set of obby triple filters here, another set here, and then we have a couple of chunks left in our buffer so to trench out, which we might not do all the trenching, I don't know, but our buffer ends right there, so we'll do another set of filters and a sand wall all the way as a wrap all the way around at the end of the buffer. So that's what we're planning to do. But TNT is enabled, and this is the best base on the server, ours right here. I've been to pretty much all of the other bases. We definitely had the most. We have about 100 walls, a decent amount of sand walls. That's 4, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, we have like 9 sand walls as of right now. We're gonna have, I think, around 15 when we're done. Well, actually no, I guess 12 if you count these pillars is what we have right now. So yeah, we have these same thing on both sides, you know, these filters all the way down. Every 4 chunks we got these couple of sand walls with filters between them. We've only really done one of the obby filters on each side, and then 1 set of the trapdoor filters. So we're gonna keep going. We haven't been focusing too much on base work or really on the server at all. Like, a lot of our factions playing other servers or just not very active at the time, which is, you know, not a big deal, but we're out here at our base looking pretty good. We got some wraps covering the cactus farm, so that shouldn't be a big target because there's not that many hoppers in it. You know, about 30 walls on a farm. If you're really gonna go for that, have fun. It's not gonna take long to patch, so whatever. I did just recently water the last wall though, because this was unwatered. I had to go around and water this just so people don't scatter our walls. And yeah, that's all we really got on the base right now. Everything we have is trenched down to bedrock, so reversing is gonna be quite difficult if you want to do that, because you still have to go through all these walls. And right now there's 12 sand walls, so if you're cannoning at bedrock, it's a lot of sand walls to go through, unless you're using like a rev nuke. But I doubt anyone on this server will. Well, I think you've seen enough of the base, so I'm gonna go ahead and take you inside the cactus farm first, now that you've seen all those defenses. And yeah, I'll bring you in there. So here we have it, the cactus farm. We got a few alts at it right now. I think in total 5 alts are AFK in this farm. A couple of our members are just flying around, I'm quite sure. Yeah, there's a couple of them around here. What it is though is a 7x7 chunk cactus farm, if you count it out, and we've done almost half of it. So it makes decent money, but cactus isn't the best on this server, so we kind of stopped focusing on building this, because we did all this in like the first day and a half, I'm pretty sure it was. So we definitely could have finished it, but we didn't think it was worth our time, so we started working on the base around then. But this is kind of like our temporary base, because you know the members didn't have anywhere to store or really do anything. So we had like temp grinders around. I think we had like spider and crab spawners just falling down a couple of these places. They might still be up there, honestly. I can't tell. Nah, they must have mined them. But I think we had blazes in here. I'm sure people are grinding those right now. Only 2. I think we used to have like 6, but whatever. But people used to just grind XP in here, so that's where they got our sets to like PvP and stuff. This is just our, you know, our temporary base basically. People had like an auto brewer set up, like random chest storage all around, and just XP grinders, and a beacon. You know, we had some strength on here just so people could one hit kill the blazes and everything. But what else? They had crop hoppers, but they temporarily removed them, so that's why there's these like every single chunk there's a chest collection, because we just set that up today when they added crop hoppers, but they disabled it to reduce lag while they optimize it. And so these are here. They don't actually work, but I think this collection system is the one that's working. I don't know, maybe not. Either way though, it's not the best for how much cactus is printed, because it's still at least like 22 chunks of cactus, which is over a 4x4 chunk cactus farm fully done, almost a 5x5 chunk fully done, basically, to, you know, just for reference, to get an idea of how big it actually is. So that's how much cactus we have, basically in between a 4x4 and a 5x5 chunk farm fully done. Not to mention it's also down to bedrock, so there's a good amount of cactus up in here, giving us a bit of money. It's what we had for money in the start to do, you know, all the base work, and that's how we basically got all of our money. And until we started buying creeper spawners and the base, which is our next source of money. And I'm gonna go in the base right now, so you'll be able to see those spawners just in a second here. So here we are. You can see our creeper grinder. Take a good look at it, because it's actually the biggest creeper grinder on the server, which is a little bit surprising because it's only about 30 creepers after about a week of the server being online. So I don't know, but at least we have the most, so that's good. It actually does get a good amount of TNT. I think we have about 30 dubs of TNT down there. Can't be bothered to go open it, but it makes quite good rates, because someone just sold this not too long ago and it's already filling up. And creepers do drop TNT naturally, which is great, so we usually just sell the gunpowder because it's quite good money, and then we usually just bought more creepers. But recently we got some IGs, I think from either Koth or Crates, one of them. But so we got 4 IGs and 30 creepers, some people AFK in these, making some decent money. On F top, we're number 3 right now. Some people must have mined their spawners or gotten raided, but we were number 4. But either way, we're looking pretty good right now. Even though we're not number 1, I'm not worried, because we have the most creepers and most likely the most TNT, which means we'll be able to raid. And I've been looking at the other bases on here. That's how I know that our base has the most defenses on it, and I'm not worried, because I know for a fact we'll be able to get some raids going. TNT's enabled, so we'll do some raids tonight. and hopefully we'll get some more spawners out of those. But there's really nothing in the base, as you can see. We didn't even bother to finish our anti-glitch layer, which we're going to do today, you know, so people don't glitch in, right? But we're gonna get that up, and then we're gonna separate it, put some reverse layers under the grinder, just so people can't really as easily just cannon at bedrock and reverse up to get the spawners. So we'll do that. And what else? Decent amount of hoppers here. We're gonna keep expanding the grinder, but it's got quite good rates, and we also have multiple alts here. So we have different people AFKing. Different people each have alts around our spawners, so you know, if one of them lags out, there's still an alt there to AFK it, which is great. So basically these are always running, basically AFK 24/7 whenever the server's online. We're AFKing our spawners, which is great, so we get as many rates as we literally can out of these spawners. I'm pretty excited for the map though, because I know we're doing quite well. We have the most creepers, the most base work done, and we had the biggest cactus farm, but that didn't factor in as much because the cactus rates weren't that great. So I don't know, either way I'm pretty happy with the way this is going, and I'm excited to start raiding. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. TNT is now enabled, so we're going to start raiding, so we most likely will have some raids in the next video. And we're starting to put spawners on our wraps apparently, so that's what we'll be doing. I actually do have a couple to add, I believe. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. So you've seen this base already, pretty decent looking base in my opinion, and hopefully we'll continue it. We definitely do have some more base work to do, so we'll be doing some more base work as well as the raids. We're going to continue the base work. Even though we have the best base, obviously we want an even better base, or just less likely to get raided. So we're definitely going to continue to work on this base, but you'll most likely see raiding in the next video, maybe some base work and PvP in future videos. I'll definitely have more videos coming soon, so feel free to come check out the server, because I haven't been quite active on the server, not gonna lie. One of the servers I've been the most active on in a while, and so I'll be on here if you want to come say hi. I'll try to respond, but I got a lot of messages, and sometimes, you know, if I'm PvPing or AFK, obviously I can't respond. I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed. I said that about 5 times, but anyways, see ya.